Hey guys, hope you're well. Hope you've all had a good weekend. So it's a new phase tomorrow. I know these phases are coming around thick and fast. So yeah, tomorrow's a brand new phase. So we've done really, really well. We finished a 12-week cycle. The last phase was 5 sets of 4 to 6, which was a very intense phase. It's quite hard to program it actually. Doing low reps at home is hard. The only way you can, make things like press ups hard is to really, manipulate the tempo, use really heavy bands, or obviously put you in that sort of pike position. But we had really positive feedback with the drop sets, which was the last phase. So we had really good feedback with that. So, this phase now is quite similar in terms of hitting quite a lot of volume in the A series. But we're going about it a different way with a different method. Some of you might have done supersets before, which is 2 exercises in a row. I know some of you have definitely done this in the gym, where maybe we've done things like an overhead press into lateral raises, or we've certainly done squats before into lunges. So when we talk about supersets and trisets, in terms of a method point of view, we're not just talking about any 2 exercises in a row or any 3 exercises in a row. It's exercises that target the same body parts. Okay, so when we're going to take you through trisets today, the method we're going to be using for this phase, we're going to be doing 3 exercises in a row for the same body part, and we're going to use that method for a different muscle group on each of your lifting days. So it's not going to be 3 exercises in a row for quads, back, chest, arms, hamstrings every day. We're just going to use these advanced methods on one body part on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. You're just not going to recover volumes way high. Okay, so if any questions, let me know. I'm live in the members group. I'm also live in my coach group, which is called Health, and I've gone live in Greg's group as well. I'm live in 3 groups. So the Facebook algorithm's a bit funny these days. When I go live, people tell everyone I've gone live. Okay, so I'm going live in the 3 groups. Whichever one you're watching in, you can comment, and I can see the comment. But if you're in Zoe's or James's, I'll have to share it in there for you later, just in case you miss it. Okay, so let's share my screen. Let's see if we can see what's going on. Okay, great. Let me just open this up. So here we are. Okay, guys. So here's your phases. This is what you're going to look like from midnight tonight. It's a selection option here. Okay, so if you actually look at this, I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 different warm-ups in there. So there's more than one warm-up for every day of the week. So if you like to mix things up, then do it. Guys, like Conor McGregor says, you go into the ring cold, you're going to get knocked out and come out cold. All right? A lot of people get injuries and things like that because they rush their warm-ups. They don't warm up. All right? They go straight into lifting heavy weights and, get warm, and if you're in your young, low 20s or you're a teenager, you're fine. You can just kick the shit into the workout. But as you get older, you do need to warm up properly. So try and, jump on one of these warm-ups. If the Zoom class, if you're doing that at 9 o'clock, start doing one of these warm-ups at 8:45. You can get a Zoom up on your laptop and you can use this on your phone. Okay, just, they're there for you anyway. All right, so enough said of the warm-ups. So day 1, total body 1. Let's have a look at this. I did put a poll up on the members group a few weeks ago saying if people got access to a table. All right. So Monday we're going to be hitting, which is tomorrow. We're going to be using your advanced method on back. Okay. So we're going to do 2 trisets, 3 exercises in a row for back. So we're going to hit the table rows. Now I'm going to show you these because they're quite easy to perform as long as you've obviously got a table. You literally get under the table, guys. Your legs are going to be straight on your heels, and you're just going to pull yourself up. All right? So here we go. So the way he's doing that there with the bent knees is going to be a lot easier. Okay? There's less leverage going through his back. If he was to straighten his legs, it would be harder. Okay? So this is the harder version. Okay? So that's how you do, guys, the table rows. Now, Matt Owen, Bex, Morehouse, I know some of you have got access to chin-up bars. So you could do chin-up bars instead of table rows. Okay, so chin-ups. You do chin-ups or pull-ups instead of table rows if you do have access to a pull-up bar. I think a few others on here as well have got access to a chin-up bar. I know some of you got access to a barbell as well, and you could obviously do it off there. But if you've got access to a barbell, you probably won't be on the home workouts. You'll probably be on the gym-based ones, and that's a completely different session, guys. Okay, so table rows, you do that. You have literally no rest. Okay, you're gonna take about 10 seconds maximum. Then you're gonna go into your bent over rows with a band, and then you're gonna finish off with your seated rows. Now, if you want to make this more advanced, and you've got a chin-up bar and a table, what you could do is you could do your chin-ups 6 to 8, your table rows 8 to 10. And then your banded rows 10 to 12. But we want 3 X's in a row for back. Obviously, whenever you work your back, it's some form of pull. Okay, it's a row-in motion. All right, also hits the biceps a little bit as well. But table rows 6 to 8, bent over rows 8 to 10, and then seated rows with a band 10 to 12. Okay, so there's a lot of volume. Why this is harder than drop sets, in a way, is because with drop sets, you use the same weight. And what happens then is with the same weight is, or the same exercise rather, on drop sets, you just make it lighter and lighter. All right, but with table rows, bent over rows and seated rows, although the 3 exercises hit the back, each one is going to hit the back in a different way. So, you're going to recruit slightly different fibers on the bent over row than you will on the table row, and you're certainly going to hit different muscle fibers in the back on the seated row when you're sat down in that position than you will in the bent over position. Okay, you can also vary where the elbows row. Obviously, if you're rowing closer to the body, it's going to be more rhomboids, a bit wider. It's going to be a bit more posterior head of the deltoid. So you can actually make sure you change that elbow position. Now, with the table rows, go pronated. With the bent over rows, if you can, go neutral. And with the seated rows, go supinated. So do one exercise pronated, one neutral, and one supinated. And then you're going to hit the muscles of the biceps and back differently again. Okay, so in the video I filmed with Bex, which will be placed here right at the bottom. Okay, it's actually uploaded to YouTube right now. I actually explained that really well on the home workout. Okay, so you're going to do table rows, no rest, bent over rows, no rest, seated rows. You take 60 seconds because your arms are going to be pretty fatigued by then. And then we're going to go into incline presses on the Swiss ball. Okay, this is more of a core exercise because I know we've been doing a lot of press-ups in lockdown. This is a really good exercise. It's going to really hit the abdominals. All right, it's quite hard actually. You'll be shaking. So the way I'm doing that there is sort of the intermediate stroke advanced version. If you want to make it easier, you can put the ball against a wall. Okay, so it doesn't obviously move too much. If you want to make it harder, you can elevate your feet and you'll get a crazy contraction in your pecs and triceps and even all the muscles of the shoulder that need to stabilize that movement. Okay, your B series then, we got some easy split squats banded. Okay, so make sure you band up, okay, because obviously the split squats are going to be quite easy at the bottom, but then obviously as you get towards the top position, the band's going to kick in. Make sure you put the band like Mel is demonstrating here. Whack it over your neck, okay? Use a green band if you can. All right, slowly down and up, okay? Nice controlled tempo, 3 down and 1 up. I filmed all these exercises and workouts with Bex, and honestly, she was in bits. The triceps had her aching like crazy. Okay, the B2 is hip extension on the Swiss ball. So again, a lot of core work involved, guys. Yeah, and we're adding a quarter rep at the top. Okay, so you've got a quarter rep at the top. So it's a full one and a small one. So you're going to really feel your bum getting a nice little bit of a stimulation. Okay, so up, squeeze the glutes, and it's a quarter rep at the top. Okay, so don't forget that quarter rep if you're watching the videos and doing them in your own time, which I know a few of you do. Some simple arm work to finish, triceps banded and bicep curls. You can just work your way through that, but it's important we get some focused working on the arms. Okay, just to keep them nice and strong. Also very important for joint health and elbow health. If you're doing a lot of press ups and heavy weights, especially with the bands, the tricep press downs are really, really good. West Side Barbell, I think they do about 300 reps a day on this exercise, just because of the fact that it has very good transfer over to anyone with elbow pain, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow. This is a great exercise to strengthen all the tendons and ligaments around the elbow. And then we got some conditioning in then. You know, I know a lot of you are enjoying the boot camps at the moment, which is great. You know, boot camps are pretty well suited to Zoom just because you can work. So that's great. You know, on a Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, we've got them having really good feedback on them. And those of you that are doing the weights workouts, the resistance ones, are enjoying them too. So we've got a nice finisher on all of these sessions, which is great. So a bit of a modified CrossFit workout to finish on day one, and we've got a similar thing every day. So you've got 21, 15, 9 with down ups, okay, with a resisted jump. I know James is getting a bit confused with his down ups, isn't he, girls? Yeah, I heard on the boot camp workout, he said a down up is basically a burpee just without the jump. But a down up, the way we do it is just into that press position, stand up, yeah, have a little jump, and then we're doing a resisted glute jump. So you're going to need to put a band around your ankles and then jump lunges. This absolutely ruined Bex, okay, because I was quite mean. You do 21 down ups with resistance band, 21 jump lunges each leg. So the jump lunges go 42, 30, 18, okay? Absolutely ruined her, all right? She had to stop. She was red zoning with her My Zone belt. It was really good. But, you know, if you're going to do this workout, make sure they're proper jump lunges. I don't want just split jumps. Your knee should hit the floor. There should be a nice deep bend in that front knee, you know, and you shouldn't really be able to do 42 in a row if they're good quality movement. But what sometimes happens is people don't do them properly. They take the easy option. They're not using full range of motion, and they just make it more of a split jump. And obviously, it's not going to be as hard then. All right, and then the finisher then, we got really simple mini band jumping jacks, 45 seconds of work and 15 seconds rest. But when the coach shouts, yeah, all members need to do 3 jump squats, okay? So it's really simple. You're doing your mini band jumps. Zoe might shout, right, go. Yeah, you do your 3 jump squats, carry on with the mini band jumping jacks, and we're going to do 45 on, 15 off for 3 rotations. Okay, so that's workout 1. Okay, let me just go back to see if there's any questions on that. I know Bevy's watching. Hi, Bevy. Yeah, good to see you here. What's she saying? Okay, what's best as knee still not right for legs? Okay, I'll talk you through that, Bevy, at the end. If you can't do any of the jumps, just take it out. You know, you can always do the stability ball squats if the impact jumps are bad. And if you want to book on a Zoom, having one of the coaches there might be useful for you. Okay, just so they can coach you through it. That's an option for you. Right, let's go to workout 2. So we used the tricep on back on Monday, or workout 1. So on Tuesday, we're going to be doing workout 2, which is squats. So in order to do this, we're making it a little bit different. We're going to hold an isometric squat for the first 30 seconds. So this is a video of Susie.
30 seconds.
So the band's around her neck. She's got a 90-degree bend, and she's just holding. Okay, she's at that point of peak contraction. All right, so we're pre-fatiguing the quads.
Isometric Swiss ball squats with a band.
Okay, so that's a blue band. You haven't got to move. You've got to hold that for 30 seconds. Then you come straight out. You go into your squats. So whatever band you have on, yeah, leave that on. You don't rest. Then you go straight into the banded squats, which you've been doing a little bit of lately. Okay, and that's going to be way harder after the isometric 30-second hold. And then we're into lunges, 8 to 10 reps, and that's obviously going to be each leg. Okay, so a nice little burner on the quads, and then we're going to go into our stability ball leg curls just for 8 to 10. Nothing confusing or complicated with them. No single leg, no 3-0 tempo, just a 3-0-1-0. You know, the A series here is all about the quads, and we just want one exercise for the hamstrings, just to give the quads a little bit of a rest, and just add a bit of volume to the hamstrings for the week. The B series, we got incline press-ups banded, bent over rows, but the bent over rows are going to be with a 1 1/4 rep. So some of the B series in this phase, we've got a 1/4 rep in there just to facilitate a bit more time and attention. You know, hopefully, you know, bring up a bit more hypertrophy, add a bit of volume as well. And the C series is nice and simple. We got jackknives on the stability ball, which are quite hard actually. And then straight into a plank. So we're using a superset method for the C series, where we're going to be doing 2 exercises, the same body part. Okay, and the plank's just 30 seconds, but brace your core nice and hard. It's actually quite hard after the jackknives for 15 reps. And then we're back to our CrossFit finisher. We got hog press ups to thigh reach. So that's a press up, and then you put your hands above your head in an eye, and abdominal kickouts. Okay, so this one is going to really burn the upper body a bit more. It's not going to get the heart rate up quite as high as the previous day. Okay, but it's tough, especially you know, that amount of volume on the push-ups. And then we got a high knee finisher, okay, which is going to be very, very gassy. 45 seconds of work. When the coach shouts down, you do a burpee, okay? And then we got a full workout video that's already been uploaded there for people that are doing it at home. Okay, so day 3 is obviously conditioning day. What I've done, guys, is for the conditioning day, I've put a selection of conditioning workouts on you if you're doing it at home. Okay, so there's tons of, I think there's, how many have we got? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. There's 10 different conditioning workouts on there for you, and I'm adding more all the time. So if you're doing a Wednesday workout and you're not on the Zoom, you can just pick one of those. Obviously, if you are doing the Zoom, we change it every Wednesday, every Saturday, every Sunday. We mix that up as well. Okay, so there will be one added in on there for you to choose, but you can just go to the selection if you prefer. Let's go to the next lifting workout. So today we're going to be doing triceps for pecs. So we got SOS press ups, resisted press ups on the flat. Then we're going to go to incline press ups, which we've done before. And then we got banded flies. Okay, so these are good. Bex found these really hard, especially after the first 2 press up variations. So the key is to squeeze your pecs to the top. All right, really drive blood into those muscles and get a nice burning sensation across the top of the upper body. And then we got some seated rows, banded. Like I said, this A4 exercise on all the days isn't that challenging because this tricep is super tough. Okay, the B series got curtsy squats with hip extension on the bench. With the hip extension on the bench, we're going with just a 2-0-1-1 tempo, so 1 second hold at the top. Okay, that's quite hard, especially after all the squats the day before. Our C series, yeah, we got a superset, the same muscle group. We got a lateral raise isometric, which we've done before. Okay, which is quite hard. Yeah, you're going to really hold that, hold the bands up the side, work hard, really work those delts, yeah, those muscles on the side of your shoulders. Make sure it's a maximal effort, and then we're going to go into upright rows. Okay, so a really good exercise just to tone the upper traps. Okay, not too sure why that's not loading. I'll make sure that's working. Just an upright row with the band, or you can use a kettlebell. We're back to our 21:59 in our D series. We've got a burpee this time with a glute jump. So it's a down up on a Monday, it's a burpee on a Thursday, and then jump squats. This is the hardest one of the week. All right, so really metabolic. It's going to get your legs pumped and burning. All right, again, just make sure those jump squats are nice and deep. All right, but you're doing 2 power-based exercises back to back. So that's a tough one. And then we're finishing off with mountain climbers with a 180-degree jump. So how this works, you do your mountain climbers. When the coach shouts, go, you're going to do a jump. So okay, so you only do the jump when the coach shouts, go. If you're watching the video on YouTube, then I shout go for you, all right? And if you're not watching the video, you're just following the app, then just do 8 mountain climbers and do the 180 jump after every 8 mountain climbers. Okay, and the final day of the week then is total body 4. All right, so you probably guessed the, no, that's, sorry, we've done that one. Next page. Okay, is the last one, the last lifting workout of the week. However you want to look at it, is the 4th resistance workout, is the 5th total body session of the week. Yeah, we got leg curls on a stability ball. All right, so just 6 to 8, straight into hip extension with a straight leg, and then you got the banded hip extension then as well. So a really good booty finisher. I'm sure some of you younger girls are going to be happy with that. We got squats then as the A4, just 6 reps, but you're going to go 3 down and 3 up. Okay, so you'll really feel these in your hamstrings if you do them properly, especially if you don't rush them and you stick to the tempo. And then we got banded shoulder press with face pulls, just making sure we look after that, the shoulder health. Obviously, a lot of you are working at home on Zoom. You're rounded over a laptop all day. These scapular retractors, external rotators are not getting a lot of work. And obviously, if you're doing a lot of press ups, a lot of burpees, a lot of down ups, you know, your pectorals, your pec major, pec minor, that's going to get super tight. These muscles here, subclavius, the muscles underneath the clavicle, they're going to get really tight as well. and all that's going to happen is your posture is going to end up looking really grumpy. All right, but these face pulls are really good just to keep everything nice and expanded. If any of you are keen runners, yeah, I've been doing a lot of breathing work lately. It's important those shoulders are back, so when we inhale, we can get in lots of oxygen. Okay, so that's probably one of the most important exercises you can do for longevity of training and keeping your posture really good. Our C series is Palov press banded, so working those obliques, and then we got stability ball crunches. If you do these crunches right, they are murder. Okay, so make sure your pelvis is locked in. Your hips shouldn't move. You should be getting a big stretch through the whole of the abdominals. You're really trying to crunch those upper abs. Okay, so get that pre-stretch, all right? And then come up. Your feet should be on the floor. Knees and ankles in a nice straight line. There shouldn't be a line this way. So get the ankles stacked right under the knees. Okay, make sure there's a nice arch in your back when you're doing this. So make sure that bum is placed in the right position and you get a big pre-stretch on those upper abdominals and then you're crunching those upper abdominals. Imagine your abs, your six-pack is like a sponge at the top. You're trying to squeeze as much water out of the sponge as you can. Bex was doing these and she's got a strong core. She does a lot of yoga. Yeah, really strong core. And she was shaking like crazy, just doing them nice and slowly, making sure your breath matches the repetitions as well. So exhaling as you're crunching up, okay? And then our C series then is our 2159. We've got 21 ski jumps each side, and then we've got beast to high push-up holds. Believe it or not, these are going to really fry your quads, especially after all the volume of the quads we've done this week, all right? Because going into that beast position with your knees off the floor is a really big contraction for the whole of the upper leg, the quads especially. All right, we got cheerleaders as a E series. These are quite funny on the video. Bex couldn't get the grips with them. She was doing something totally different. All right, but have a little practice of these. It sounds silly, but you know, you look at a lot of Brazilian footballers, Argentinian footballers, and they do a lot of work like on the balls of their feet. Yeah, it's important. It gets the proprioceptors of the feet working, and it's like very, very light plyometrics. It's very good for the soleus muscles of the calf. Also, the gastrocnemius has got to work as well, just to make sure you know you're on the balls of your feet. All right, and there's a lot of coordination involved in that, especially when every time the coach says down, you've got to do a down up. Okay, so that's there to finish. So yeah, also guys, before I forget, we've got a selection of yoga workouts on here as well. So if you look at this, we've now got 1, 2, 3, there's 5 different yoga workouts on there. A 45-minute full practice, an advanced full practice, 30-minute beginner's practice, and 2 yin yogas, 1 beginner for hip flexors, 1 advanced for hip flexors. And we're filming more all the time. Mel's actually doing her teacher's training. It's just been delayed actually because of COVID, but she's on that soon. And once she's able to start doing some practice, she's going to do some Zooms for us as well. Okay, so that's it, guys. It all goes live tomorrow. Okay, so if anyone needs any help, just let me know. We've got some questions on here. Can you share the link to workout one tonight, please? I don't do the sessions with the coaches. It would be good to see it before I start. Yeah, it'll be on the app at midnight tonight. It'll be there. I've actually just I've actually just uploaded it. So let me just see if I can get a few now, and I can put it in the comments. Let me just see. All right, just having a little look. Yeah, I'll get that for you now. So they're all on YouTube. Yeah, they're all on YouTube. So Bevy said they're there. It is on YouTube, so you can see it. But I'll try and drag it off now. And I'll put it in the comments of the group. All right, guys. So that's the new phase. Like I said, it changed every 3 weeks. It's important we follow the same program. For 3 weeks is probably the minimum you want to do it. I think after 3 weeks, people start to get a little bit bored. Motivation levels can drop. So 3 weeks is good because you get used to the program. You can do it. Don't really understand it too much. The second week, then you can obviously, you know what's coming. You can push it a little bit more. And by the 3rd week, then you know what you're doing. You can really try and follow progressive overload, beat your performance in the first 2 weeks, and then take it from there. But yeah, both workouts are now on YouTube, and workout 1 will be in the notes in the next 5 minutes. I'll also post it in the comment section here for you. Right, guys, if anyone's got any questions on that, just let me know. And I can obviously, I'll have a little check tonight before I go to bed and get back to anyone. All right. Guys, thank you. Let me know. Give me some feedback as it progresses. We know gyms are not open yet. It's going to be probably another 3 to 4 weeks. So this phase will probably take us to at least, you know, when the gyms are back open. So it's a good phase, you know, just to get you nice and strong before we can go back to heavy weights then in the gym. And because we're doing a high volume now, it means when we go back to the gym, we can go back to lifting a little bit heavier on lower rep ranges. All right. So yeah, I'm off now to watch Man U. Hopefully beat Newcastle. Enjoy your Sunday and speak soon, guys.